It takes 5 seconds.
People.
We're live?
Party
We're
people, we're live.
All
Hello,
right.
everyone. How are you?
Oh,
Very
man.
good.
Yes.
Welcome to this week's Facebook Live.
And that's exactly
Yay.
what it's going to be from now moving forward.
Yeah,
It's
man.
going to be our nice little pre-show.
We're going to have a pre-show before the show, so it's pre-show.
So now what
You
we're
heard
going to
us.
do is we're actually going to speak back and forth to anybody who goes on and has conversations with us. We're going to get involved. We're going to talk.
That's
because,
right.
you know, every week we did the first segment live, and we figured, you know what? Everybody likes to comment and start talking, and we feel horrible to not be able to
Heck yeah.
respond to you. So here we are. We're going to be doing a 30-minute pre-show every single week before we do the Grindhouse Radio. And, yeah, hopefully you guys will all tune in and hang with us.
Yeah,
Um,
Yeah,
I'm
ask
searching
questions,
it right
answer
now,
questions.
even though it's like right on my timeline. I didn't have to do that. So now my computer's stuck in a perpetual searching loop. Damn it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I can't share it right now. So
Jeez.
TBD, to be
He's
determined
Really?
in
when I'm going to be
a
able to share this out.
loop.
But yeah, guys, I'm dying. I
It's
very
okay.
much think I'm dying.
I'm pretty sure I didn't hear a single cohesive sentence come out of your mouth in like the past 20 seconds.
No, it's okay.
It's okay. That could just be me.
No, I think that's just you.
Well,
'cause I was
that's
just saying,
okay.
all I was saying was just that I can't share this right now because my computer's thinking.
Okay, I get you. If you want, I can just tell you what to do, and I mean, I could just do the thing that I want to do for you real quick if you want to.
Very interesting.
If not, I won't. I'll wait.
D, what's going on?
Hey.
Get the hell out of here, man. How you been,
Oh,
brother?
my God. Get out.
Oh my goodness.
Just get out.
Leave.
Homicide.
Get
Oh,
out.
what up?
Don't get out.
No,
Stay.
please stay. Please stay.
D,
leave.
I need to get you on the
Don't
show,
leave.
brother. I need to get you on this show. Got to come down and hang, or let's do a call in. We got to get you on, brother. It's been way too long. I miss your face.
It's been a while.
You talk about that retirement, which should not be happening, by the way.
Oh, he is retiring?
Anytime
That's
soon.
what. Yeah, I saw something on Facebook that he'd put up a while ago. But you know, I'm never on Facebook, so.
Is it one of those like I'm retiring kind of deals, or is it like
No. If he says he's done, that's
Oh,
D.
really?
He'll be done. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
There's really no like if the Undertaker or Hulk Hogan has taught us anything, there really is no retirement in
Or
WWE.
Flair.
Or Flair.
Yeah.
Actually, Flair's
Yeah.
probably the biggest one
yeah.
because he took forever to. Like, I bet you if
did?
like a doctor didn't say, "Hey, you can't do this anymore," he'd probably still be doing it.
Yeah, this is true.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Hello, Deborah. Hey, Laura. Hey, Charlie. Guys, talk. We're going to be talking back with you guys. We're hanging out for about a half hour. So, we're here to chat.
15 minutes
gonna have
to
a
a
good
half
time.
hour.
Look at you.
I
mean
can't look at
roughly?
myself. I can only look at myself in a mirror.
What? Shut up, kid. What's wrong with you? What's wrong
You
with
said
you?
look at you. I can't look at
Author
myself.
Tori Terry, how you doing? Hendrick, what's going on,
What's going
brother?
on, man?
Hey.
Y'all look great. See you soon. He's coming to town, I hear. Hello, Mary. How you doing?
Hi. Tori, Terry.
Danielle Adragna, how you doing? Good to see you. Laurel, is your crew coming to a Comic-Con in Vermont, New Hampshire soon? We are
Wink,
waiting
wink,
to
nod.
I
find
hope
out
so.
if we're going to be doing the Vermont
I
Comic-Con.
hope so.
Vermont was a blast.
I enjoyed
It
Vermont.
really was.
Absolutely love Vermont.
so much.
So we already have been in conversations with the con. We're waiting to hear back to see if they're going to be bringing us in or not. It's 50-50 right now. So hopefully, do love Vermont and definitely love the fans in Vermont
Would love
and
to
the
be there.
surrounding areas. So it would be great to come out and hang out with everybody again.
Yeah.
So hold on. So we're in live video. I also got to check out the watch party.
What's
coming
up, party people?
I just did all my sharing. I'm about to start a live video myself.
Oh, wow.
Who's
Thanks.
retiring? One of my old
Thanks,
trainers
Melvin. I
is retiring
appreciate
from
it.
pro wrestling, from what I hear.
Heyo.
Gino Liborno. How you doing, Gino?
Oh, wait. Say that name again.
Liborno?
Gino Lambronio.
Yeah, that's what it sounds
Hey,
like.
yeah.
So
I
again,
had pizza today.
everybody who's
Oh,
tuning
no.
in live, and tuning in after, we're going to be doing a pre-show from now on rather than doing the first segment. So this way we're able to kind of hang out with everybody and sit and chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to be able to talk to everybody. The weather here, Hendrick, the weather here is pretty awesome.
I mean, it's weird
Yeah.
for winter, but it's awesome.
Yesterday was 66 degrees on Long Island in
Yeah.
New York.
So
It was.
strange.
It was a perfect hiking weather.
And then apparently here on the East Coast, there's going to be some kind of snowstorm. And then on Saturday, apparently, we're going to be getting a lot of snow.
Yeah. No,
I
it's gonna
don't
be a weird
know
one.
because you never know
well, we've
with
been
this weather.
spoiled. Like we, for the most part, have been like it's been cold, but it really hasn't been that bad.
Yeah.
Like we've had days where it's pretty frigid, but I mean, in terms of like actual winters, we haven't been hit with it yet. For the most part, it's been like fall.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
Speaking of frigid, I mean, Kim is in the room. You could try to, not be so direct. you know what I'm saying?
I know. I try to cool everyone down.
Oh wow, that was a nice flip.
Well played. It was try. It was you tried. Hello, DP. Hello, James. Jenna, what's going on?
Heyo.
Hey.
Pop back to watch party. Yeah, so
you see the watch parties I'm putting up there? Look at us.
So check it out. So last week, if you guys want to know, I don't know if we talked about this too much on the regular show this past week.
Okay.
But Kim had a little door debacle.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Hello, Matt.
I didn't
How are
know
you?
what was going to happen.
Shayna, how you doing? I'm listening.
Hey, Shayna, what's
Hello.
up? I didn't know where he was going to go with this. Yeah, no, I had my door. Do you want me
Hello,
to
Brian.
explain my
Yeah,
door?
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay. So, first of all, would like to point out Tom is the problem. Second of all,
That's the end of the story.
I'm gonna debunk this
That's
in a
the end of
minute,
the
but
story.
Just got
come on now.
slapped.
so
Hello, Marie. Hell
So-
was that?
the light or something wasn't right. Wasn't it the light? Right, it had to do with the light or something.
Yeah, it was
okay.
Yeah, light
the
won't
wire.
turn
So
on.
the wire is underneath our door, okay, and it's pretty jam-packed there. So I figured, okay, the wire is stuck, and we can't get through to the other door because we're stuck. Now, normally we never, ever lock this studio door ever.
When we're recording.
Can I point out ever, Tom, ever, and
Wow.
and so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to go to the door, and guess what? It's not opening. Why? Because Tom locked the door.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to open it. I'm like, oh my God, guys, we're stuck. We're stuck. And Steve goes, well, why don't you nudge it? So my smart self goes, okay, and I boom right into the door.
Massive hip
You
check.
see-
Massive hip check.
Listen, these hips don't lie. I'm
But
Shakira.
a modern thinker, I feel like.
I'm on tonight.
Now, in
Anyway.
my defense, I do know we never locked that door. I will admit that we never locked
There's
that
no
door.
defense here,
There is
Tom.
there
you locked
is-
the
there
door.
absolutely is a defense here
There's
because
only
there's
failure.
the first second that doorknob doesn't turn to open, I'm thinking,
Oh.
door's probably locked. And then you just turn the little lock
No,
that's
because,
right there.
because my mind went to, oh, that's jammed. So I didn't think, okay, lock, because we never locked the door.
Yeah, but how else is the
But
door
why
gonna,
wouldn't you
But how is
turn
the door going to
knob
open
or-
if you
or
don't turn
make
the
sure
knob?
that it's not
Because,
locked?
no. Because when you turn the door, even if it's jammed,
You
you
don't
can't.
turn the door, you turn the door knob.
Yes.
Okay, whatever.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you went to turn the doorknob.
Yes.
Doorknob
Hey,
didn't
Howard.
turn.
Yes, because I thought the bottom was stuck. So when a door
But
is
how would
stuck,
a doorknob?
you can't.
But a doorknob would still turn.
A doorknob would turn.
if it was stuck at the bottom.
Or
Doorknob
stuck in the little
doorknob
jammy
would still
jam.
turn. Yes.
Absolutely.
Long story short,
all-
Kim shook the studio.
Yes, I
No,
shook
we
the
didn't get it on video, Dan.
No, Mary,
No,
it's
we
not.
didn't.
I'm gonna something's gonna get thrown at me.
I
again.
wish. I
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
here it is.
Don't throw things.
So
We
it
have
was
Nerf
really
guns.
funny.
I will accept part of my blame here. We never locked that door, but
I mean,
when the doorknob doesn't turn, you should be like, well, wait a minute, the door might be locked.
what's really funny is that I was poking around.
Hip check the
I have
door.
not been on what do you call it, TikTok in like a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And then I wound up going on TikTok the other day, and I'm sitting and going through it, and hilariously enough, there was a video just like that of Kim who couldn't get the freaking door open and was doing all the same stuff.
That's funny.
Except they actually had to break the door down.
I almost wish she did break the door down.
That would have been so funny.
hilarious.
Hey, Brian. Hey,
I-
Nate.
Decided
Hey,
to put
Michelle.
another door
I
up
feel
then,
like if
but,
that happened, I feel like I have a new superhero power that I had no idea, and I would have
Yeah,
to be
I have
called
the power
like
to knock
hip
down
girl,
doors.
girl, or something.
the hip checker.
The hip checker.
So,
Hip check.
anybody who's tuned in right now or who tunes in later, have you got anything really embarrassing that you would like to talk about? Let's have a conversation here.
Yeah.
So in the comments below, please make sure to write something there. Let us know of an embarrassing thing that you did that you kind of looked at yourself and said, "Oh man, I can't believe that really happened."
what makes you think they're gonna tell him? They're gonna tell us.
Okay, we could get
Why
stuck pigs
not?
in there. You all can have fun.
Why not?
Hendrick, hello, Wendy. What do you call it? Yeah, so Hendrick says, okay, we can get stuck. Pigs in there, you can all have fun.
Yay!
I will
Perfect.
gladly get stuck in here with the pigs.
Yeah.
And then, God forbid, you get really hungry. we can eat one of us. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well, I mean, let's not resort to cannibalism. I
Not
feel
Kim,
like
though.
we
She has
wouldn't
no meat on those bones.
Yeah, I mean, I'd get out the window first. before I
See what they
started
do to
eating
me.
people.
But she could get out the window. She has nothing to
She
fear.
can get out the
She
window.
could climb right
Yeah,
out.
absolutely.
She's skinny.
Absolutely.
So, first of all, survival of the fittest.
That's survival of the thinnest, not the fittest.
I'm still surviving, aren't I? The survival of the fittest.
I mean,
Are they ganging up on you? Danielle Brogna's asking if we're ganging up on you.
No, I'm
No.
okay.
Yeah, okay.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
she's shutting
for the
us
love.
out with that door.
Yes.
She's shutting us out with the door.
She is looking out for me. This is girl code. I appreciate
Girl
you.
code.
I'm good though. I'm good.
Girl
I'm
code.
I smack back.
I smack
I
back.
smack back.
Claps back.
Come on, guys. Anybody who's watching, please,
Clap
in the
that snaps
comments,
on
I
back,
want to
Kim
know
snaps.
your embarrassing moment. Let's hear about some embarrassing moments that
Yeah.
we could talk about.
Listen, this is a free, open, safe space.
Speaking of free open
Called the
space, safe
internet.
space, so I had
maybe
no clothes
comments.
to wear. I hadn't
no
had a
one
chance.
wants to know.
I'm going to talk about. We're talking about a free, open,
No.
safe space. It's embarrassing. I did
That
not
doesn't
have a
mean you can
chance
at least
to
be
wash
free
my
and
stuff.
open.
So I ran out of the house this morning to come into the studio, and I'm wearing my pajamas and an old school freaking Christian Audigier shirt, and I'm free balling. So it's free.
Dude,
it's
I wish
out
I
there.
was wearing pajamas right now.
I know, right?
I wish I was
I'm
wearing
wearing
pajamas.
jeans
I'm
right now.
comfortable.
My legs are destroyed. I just want to be in like sweatpants
Yeah.
and like comfortable clothes right now.
That's
I'm
what I'm
dying.
talking about. So you should always have a change of clothes here, and you can change into them. So
we
okay.
technically-
No,
Technically,
Jenna, that is not why we're mad. Sorry, Jenna just said, Kim, the guys are just mad that you got such mighty hips. No, I'm just mad that she wouldn't turn a doorknob.
Have you seen her
That's
hips?
what I'm mad about.
Oh my lord.
That I'm
They-
catching heat for locking a door that
They-
isn't
Tell
normally
us
locked.
your most
But-
embarrassing moments.
Definitely mad of
That's
my
Laurel.
mighty hips.
Hello, Laurel. Hello, Shimon.
Our most
Shimon.
I don't know if I can share my most embarrassing
I
moment.
mean,
I have it.
Laurel, do you want me to
I
just give you
have-
like a general overview? I'll just say this: middle school, done.
I got.
I could picture you in middle
What?
school.
How?
I could
How-
picture,
how do you
I
picture
could
me in
picture
middle
you in
school?
middle school.
How do you picture me in
Very
middle school?
timid, very like to
Okay.
yourself.
Okay.
I could see you getting picked on, but I see you kind of evading and avoiding the being picked on.
Okay. Partial truth.
I don't see you getting any swirlies. You know what I'm saying?
Partial truth.
But I do see you. Why, you got swirly?
No.
Oh God
I
forbid.
always
Situation
question
as a
the
whole, partial
existence of a
truth.
swirly.
Really?
Like, did that ever actually happen?
Hello,
Yes.
Lewis.
Like, I've been in high school. I went through all of high school, junior high school, elementary school. Not once did I ever hear somebody getting a swirly.
Oh, I
I've
went to
gotten
Uniondale.
I've gotten close to shoved in a locker.
Lots of swirlies. Not me.
Oh,
Lots of
okay.
people got swirled. You got
Yeah.
stuffed in a locker?
Almost did.
You wouldn't fit in a locker. Well, maybe back then.
Back then, I actually had a thin film figure.
Can you imagine them
such.
trying to get Tom and they get his whole body and then get stuck in the head?
My head would get stuck.
Your
Yeah,
head
there's
would get
no way I
stuck.
would've fit.
That'd
Your
be
head probably
crazy.
wouldn't be able to fit through.
Okay, let's
The
see.
only swirlies I had was cinnamon buns.
Mary, well, I had to tell my vice
that
chairman.
one. I
Hold on,
like
we got
that
an
one.
embarrassing moment. So, well, I had to tell my vice chairman in our lunchroom that his zipper was afraid of heights, and he said dead men don't fall out of windows. Okay,
Wow.
there you go.
That's a good one.
All right.
Mine tops
Wow.
that. My most
Wow.
embarrassing moment easily tops that.
Well,
Fierce.
at least he had a great response to that one.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Hey, Derek. Oh my goodness.
Okay. So what?
Wait, hold
um,
on, Steve. You gave yourself a swirly?
Yeah, it was on a dare. That was in
Okay.
high school though. so that
Jenna
doesn't
said.
count.
Yeah, Jenna said that. And
Yeah.
Would you like care to elaborate?
What?
so-
and you just said so. You lied. You said you didn't have a swirly.
I wasn't given one.
You gave it to yourself.
he willingly
There you
gave
go.
himself.
What kind of a
Wait.
Hold on.
Wait, what?
This just changes our
How
entire
do you give
relationship.
yourself a
How do you?
swirly?
Yeah. How do you? First of all, how do you give your? Why would you give yourself a swirly?
It was a dare.
And how? So,
Oh, wait, no, we know this story.
Yeah. it was
I
a
don't know
dare.
This
the
is how
story.
you met Jenna.
This is one of the first nights that Jen and I ever actually
And
like,
that's when
met
she
and hung
said she
out.
fell in love with you.
One of the nights, yes.
she fell in love with you
She
because you
told
put
me.
your head in a
She
toilet.
told me
No.
that. Yes, that's what she told me.
Can
Can you confirm?
No. There is a partial truth to what you said. Yes.
Okay,
Now,
okay.
part of the story is that's when she realized that Steve don't give no F about a lot of A. All right. And S. All that
Gotcha.
crap. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it was like one of the first things where she's like, "Wow, he's so cool." Why? Why would you think that? Also, like things like that, and then it evolved where Halloween happened shortly after that night, and that's when she started to fall in love with me.
Oh.
So it's
okay.
a part. It's
That
part
makes
of it's part of
sense.
column A, part of column B. So yes, you're
Got
partially
it.
right. I'm not saying you're wrong. It's just
No,
partial truth.
if anyone knows the relationship more, I'm pretty sure it's you two.
I thought that. I figured she fell in love with you after you gave her little Z. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Put it in quick and then drag it out. You know what I'm saying? Up high. Come on,
Okay,
right
well,
here.
we have another
Right here. Come on,
embarrassing
up high.
moment in the chat.
Up high. Come on. I know you want to do it. Whoa.
Sorry,
no,
Mom.
you just left it
No
hanging. No five. Hell, come on,
We
man.
got another. We got
sorry.
another.
What?
Oh, we got
Okay.
another one?
Hendrick.
Ah, what is it?
We did one fair and the pig got out in between the show, and I had to stop the show and chase the little pigs, and that was so embarrassing because I couldn't catch them. Okay, so
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now, you shouldn't be embarrassed because, like, while it may have felt embarrassing, you probably entertained the hell out of whoever was watching that
this
show.
is true.
Yeah, you gave them a
So,
really good show.
You
in
gave
that
them a
case.
little bit of entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, isn't that a thing? Like trying to chase pigs. People
Yeah.
people have done that for senior pranks back in high school.
Oh, yeah.
They would put they would have three pigs, and they would have pigs, and they would label one pig number 1 and one pig number 3.
And number
You
4.
had to try to find number 2. There was no number 2.
Oh,
There's
that's
only
funny.
2 pigs.
That's funny. Hello,
funny.
Lisa.
I would've loved to
hello,
do that.
Laura.
Anybody else got any embarrassing stories? Anybody in the
That
in the
was
group?
2 so far. We need some
Well,
more.
no, I'm talking about in the group because
Oh, in here?
You said,
Oh,
like,
this group?
personal
in
group.
this group, personal group.
I mean, I wouldn't consider.
I'll
this
tell
a
if
swirly-
anybody else has one. I can tell you my
Jenna,
most. I will tell you
The
my most
swirly one
embarrassing
wasn't really
story.
that much of an
It's
embarrassing.
a little
though.
brim. His little weenie.
What the
I
hell
didn't
are you
say he's
talking
got a
about?
little weenie. I just said a little Z instead of big Z. I mean, you could call his weenie brim if that makes you happy.
No.
I don't know if that's gonna.
No.
I don't know if that's what you want to do. But you know what I'm saying.
No, he definitely doesn't.
Like, yeah, there's nothing about brim that's little. You know what I mean? So I can go for the fact that Zambo's got a nice size thingamajig. But you know what I'm saying? You know, if you want to call it brim, that's up to you guys. Whatever happens behind closed doors, I have nothing to do with this.
No.
I was just called out. That's
I
all.
mean,
Yeah,
going
yeah,
back to the story. I mean, I've done things knowing that it was going to be embarrassing, so I
Yeah.
was like, whatever, I'm going to do it.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah,
really.
I
I feel
got-
like I feel like I mean, it's not really embarrassing, but it was like 6th grade. I really had to pee, guys. I really had to pee.
What'd you do? What'd you pee on? What'd you pee in?
Myself.
You peed yourself?
I peed myself in 6th grade. Okay, so what happened was I really had to go to the bathroom.
Oh, my God.
It was like the end of the day. I really had to pee. I made it to the bathroom. I made it into the stall. That's all I made it. I didn't actually go into the stall. I was in the walkway and
In
I was
6th grade?
peeing. Yes, because I really had to pee.
Sometimes it happens.
Yeah, it happens.
I got one that tops that. I think it tops it. I think I've told you this story before.
It's
I
painful.
was in. I think I might have been in 10th or 11th grade.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
with my girlfriend at the time.
Okay.
I don't remember if it was for her birthday or something like that. We went out. It was me, her parents, and her godparents.
Okay.
We went out to this hibachi place. It was a really nice hibachi place. Got hibachi food, spicy food, fish, all that stuff like that. So we have the dinner, beautiful dinner, wonderful dinner. We're driving home, and it was a decent length away from her actual house. We were driving back to her house in a minivan, in their family minivan.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting in the way back seat with her, next to her, and my stomach starts gurgling.
You told us
And
this
I'm like,
story.
my stomach starts really hurting. And I'm like,
you're like,
as we're getting halfway through this trip,
no.
I'm like, oh God, I gotta go, like real bad. And there was no place to really stop. It's similar to our trip to Allentown last year, except I didn't have to pee.
Okay.
So we're driving,
This
and then
was
I'm
the
like,
other
I'm telling her, sitting next to her, I'm like, Gabs, because my ex-girlfriend Gabby, I'm like, this is gonna be this is buzzer
We're gonna
beater
be a
here,
bad
man.
time.
I don't
Hey,
know.
Sherry.
I don't know if we're gonna make it. And she's like, just calm down, we're gonna make it. I'm like sweating. Beads of sweat
Oh, yeah?
are coming down my face right now. Because again, I have to go, and I'm in the car with her parents and her godparents. And her right next to me. Thank God we had been dating for a little while, so this wasn't like I have to worry about embarrassing myself. We'd had some time in to where I'm like, okay, you're gonna support me here. Everybody else I'm worried about. So it turns out, long story short, I didn't make it, and I crapped my pants in the car, and we had to get me. I got out of the car, made it into her house, took a shower at her house, was completely mortified. Her mom loved me. Got me a change of clothes, and
We just lost everybody alive, by the way.
No, everybody. That's hilarious. Everybody should be joining the live. But yeah, so in not really in front of, in the back seat of my girlfriend's car,
Hey, Meg.
I
I'm
had an
gonna call
accident
him
with
Toilet Paper Tom.
both my girlfriend at the time's parents and her godparents in the car.
You moved from
Yep.
tomato to Toilet Paper Tom.
Yeah, so you're welcome, everybody.
I am so
welcome
sorry,
to the
Tom.
Welcome to the first live pre-show that we've
Mr.
ever
Greer,
done.
I am so sorry.
That's okay.
Wow.
That was like what? It was like
Man.
10 or 11 years ago now.
Roughly
That's
at
crazy.
this point.
Probably like 10 or 11 years ago now.
That's awful.
You know what, I
It was awful, but
That's
like, okay, but the thing was, it made it okay. Like I was completely mortified and embarrassed. Like it sucked. Like I literally went home, head down. Like right after that, I went just left. But you know, her mom was awesome.
Yeah.
She, you know, my girlfriend at the time, she was awesome, super supportive. Like she didn't just be like, okay, you're freaking weird, and dump me on the spot. They were very supportive. I didn't want to, you know, jump in front of a bus in the end.
So wait, so why'd you guys eventually break up then?
Other reasons. Like
She crapped her pants?
Appreciate the support, Laura, but no. Yeah, that is to this day probably my most embarrassing moment that I can think of.
Wow.
Look at the
Yay.
camera, Tom. Tell the people that you're proud
Thank
of
you
pooping
guys.
your
That was my
pants.
therapy session. I
Wow.
finally got it off my.
That's
I finally
You
got it off
finally
my
got
We're
it.
gonna have to
No,
bill
I've
you
actually told a
directly
few
because your
people that.
insurance doesn't cover this. So.
Yeah.
can't
I'm actually gonna have to text. I'm actually gonna have to text Gabby after this and say, "Hey, watch the live feed from this week."
Oh, the
Please
the
don't watch
ex-girlfriend?
Yeah, we're
live
still
feed.
friends. Yeah, we're still friends.
Okay.
Be like, watch the
I
live
didn't do
feed
that.
from this week. You'll probably get a kick out of
I
it.
think I have one
Very
embarrassing story
interesting.
that I remember.
Yeah,
from
somebody
elementary
give me
school.
another one because I just literally told you. Kim at least gave me she peed herself.
I really don't have many embarrassing
peeing
stories.
myself.
I don't believe that in the
Mine's
least
not
bit.
a bleeding heart.
No,
like
no.
Mine's
I'll
not like
try
a
to think of
bleeding
one.
embarrassment.
No wrestling
like those.
stories. Nobody pooped in your shoes in wrestling.
No.
Wow.
Oh, I can tell you ribs. I can
There
give
you
a
go.
couple
Yeah,
of
well,
good
that's a big thing in like with like hockey players. Like hockey players,
They
like
poop and purposely
in their skates.
poop.
Yes, purposely. No, well, how would you accidentally poop in someone's skates?
Okay, well, no. That's why.
Oops, sorry.
Oops, sorry. I'm gonna accidentally poop on your
That's
seat.
not why
That's
I
what
was.
I'm gonna do.
I'm just like.
Oops.
I'm gonna purposely poop in someone. Like, why?
Because people are
Why?
weird.
It's called ribbing.
It's
Jocks are
called
weird.
men.
Yeah, jocks are strange. Let me tell you. So, all right.
Yep.
So, you want to tell your story, Steve, or do you want me to do one of the ribs?
I mean, honestly, I don't. Mine will be quick because I don't remember all the details. I
That's
just
what she
remember that. Yeah, well, basically, I remember back in elementary school before I moved out to where I currently live when I was younger.
Okay.
This girl at lunch told me a joke, and I laughed so hard that I spit chocolate milk all over her face.
Perfect.
Are you
And,
serious?
oh yeah. And I have no idea who this girl is. I have no memory of her whatsoever. And then when I got called out on it by like the lunch lady, I was like, she said a funny joke, and I had a bunch of milk in my mouth, and I was laughing. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
And that was it.
Wow.
I still remember that from time to time, and I go, I was dumb. And like that's it. That's
Very
it. That's all I
interesting.
got. I don't remember the context of it truly.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Skating over the
right,
subject.
so-
Someone.
So I'm gonna give you the option, Tom. I'll give you the option. Do you want my Tony Atlas rib story, or do you want?
Are you allowed
my...
to tell these stories? Or is this going to upset other wrestlers?
No, this is
Oh, you don't
fine.
care? Okay.
They ripped me.
Freedom.
I'm
Oh,
the
they
one that,
ribbed
I'm
you?
the one that
Okay.
should be upset.
Freedom of speech.
I'm just making
So
sure.
I
Tony Atlas is a big man. No, I actually don't know. You
No,
can probably
Tony's
take
a great guy. So I can either do a Tony Atlas rib, or I can do what do you call it, my John Tenta rib, which I
Let's
think you
do
might have heard.
Let's do Tony Atlas because Tony Atlas is still alive. Oh, they ribbed you.
They ribbed
let's
me.
Let's do Tenta. Then.
let's do Tenta then. I can always do both. Depends on how much time we have.
exactly.
So, all
We
right.
have about-
So
we have about 7 minutes.
It
You're
was it was actually sadly enough the week of September 11th, and
Okay.
what do you call it? I had taken a group of my students down to Florida to meet with John, my old trainer Gino. What do you call it? And I know Meng was there. There was a whole bunch of players that were out there, and we were all kind of working with each other's students. And I was sitting in the ring, and I knew there was a show that was coming up that weekend. I know that they were, completely booked, but they were thinking about trying to get, a couple of, my people on the show, as a favor. So, what do you call it? I wasn't expecting to work, so I was just kind of like hanging out. So I was in there early. I was working out in his gym, and I was training some of the guys. And in comes Johnny. And now John, for those of you who don't know who Earthquake was, he is like 6.5 feet tall, if not taller. At the time, like 300 and something pounds. What do you call it? Bigger, larger than life.
Large man.
Yeah,
Big
very
man.
large guy. And he had this big booming voice. And I was sitting in the ring, and all of a sudden he walks in the doors, and all I hear is Brimstone. And I was like, whoa. I was like, oh man, what did I do?
A dang
I'm
mountain
screwed. I said,
moved.
I'm in trouble. What did I do? I figured something's going wrong. So I slide out of the ring. I'm like, all right, I'm ready for it. What do you call it? I didn't know what he could have been coming at me for. And then he says to me, he goes, listen, what do you call it? Fred can't make it, who's Typhoon. We've had him on the show.
Yeah.
Fred can't make it. And was wondering if you would do me the honor of being my partner this weekend as an official natural disaster. I was like, you don't have to ask me twice. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm in. You know what I mean? Done. So I said, who are we working? He goes, we're working the Whackers, the Bushwhackers. So it booked Butch and Luke. So So that's why I'm thinking you might have heard the story in passing.
I think I might have.
So I was like, sounds good. I hadn't met Butch and Luke yet, but Bushwhackers were a huge deal, and I looked up to these guys. So
Okay.
2 days later we had the show. It wound up being a memorial for September 11th because it happened in between. So I don't remember the actual play on the days, but I know it was like 2 days after. So we wound up going in there, and I get in, and John takes me to the locker room as he's bringing me this. Come on, I want to introduce you to the Whackers, blah, blah, blah. I go into the back, and he introduces me to Butch first, and Butch shakes my hand. Oh, hey. I was like, nice to meet you. Just like, you'd expect. And then Luke, as he's going to shake my hand, he goes and, gives me a hearty handshake. And then with his other hand, you ever seen Crocodile Dundee?
Yeah.
When they go to see what's down under. Blah, 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 blah. He went with his other hand in front of the entire locker room and grabbed my junk. Blah, 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 and I was like, whoa! Everybody's cracking up and so forth. So he got me good.
You're best friends now.
Years later, yes. Luke and I are very
That's
good friends.
how it works, right?
So Luke, years later, we were working at an event together, and we hadn't seen each other since then. And I was like, what's really messed up, I said, back in the day when we first met and you did that to me in front of the locker room, he goes, you realize John's the one who told me to do that, right? So Tenta had already passed away, so he got me. He got me from up above. Yeah, so they, that was the whole.
That
was the story. So
funny,
years
though.
later, I found out that it was John who actually was the one who ripped me.
There you go.
Isn't that see? That's an interesting story.
That's a good
That was
story.
John
I mean,
Tenta. You said.
the
Hello,
more you
Joey.
learn about us, guys.
That's awesome, though.
So that
We're
was
not
that was that.
normal.
The other one,
Yeah, we were never normal.
with Tony Atlas, the rib for Tony Atlas was like I was still somewhat new in the industry, and we were doing like one of the first events that we were doing outside of our specific federation, and I was backstage, and I said to Tony, who I'd met multiple times already, I go, listen, Tony, we don't have a picture together, do you mind if we get a quick picture? So he's like, yeah, sure, let's do it. So I grabbed a couple of the guys, which were in my crew, and I had somebody else going to take the picture, and everybody's hysterical laughing. So we turned around like, what the hell's going on? And there's Tony with his drawers dropped and his schlong just swinging in the breeze.
Wow.
So
See,
while they're taking the pictures.
Now I can see that happening.
Wow.
And that was my other
There's
my other big rib. Yeah.
Wow, there are things that go on in a wrestling locker room.
You don't even want to know.
I don't want to.
And those are the things I can say. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I have plenty of others, but that's just two that have always been, in the back of my head.
Well,
and those
that's
were two
awesome.
very
I think I've
embarrassing
actually
moments.
I think I've actually heard both of those.
You probably
didn't
have,
tell me,
yeah.
But yeah,
Probably.
there you go. Well, there is
Those are
embarrassing moments. Like
two of
we're
my-
not.
two of my-
We are all not just.
Yo, let's
perfect
give a
human
round
beings.
of
Exactly.
applause
There
to
we
all
go.
of us in our embarrassing
go.
moments.
That's fun.
Even you,
I just-
and you,
Yes.
and you in the background.
And
I
listen,
appreciate
sometimes-
yours, Kim, because when you started yours, I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna be able to say mine. Mine's gonna be.
Oh, because I started off
because you
with
started it
bodily
off with the
fluids of pee.
I peed myself. Like, all right, cool. Mine's gonna be good.
And
I
I'm
can
not gonna
I can
lie,
share
too.
mine. I'm not on an island here.
I'm not gonna lie too. To wrap this up, like
Okay.
a lot of embarrassing moments that we all remember that like kind of keep us up at night. Like sometimes it's good just to get them out because then they're out of your head.
Yeah.
It's kind of like getting a song that's stuck in your
guess
head.
so.
Like you get that one lyric stuck over and over and over again, and the only way to do it is to get the external source to actually like influence you, like listening to the song again to get it out of your head.
Gotcha.
One of
Hey,
those
Chuck.
things that has helped me with a lot of my embarrassing moments is just to let it out, like instead of internalizing it. So that way,
Yo.
when it's like 3 a.m. and you're peeing in your bathroom, not yourself, and you just don't yell out of nowhere, crap, and like people go, whoa, what's wrong?
And then Tom goes, oh, it happened again. Sorry.
Yeah, just go, oh, it happened again. Or, you're just like, oh, it's been an embarrassing moment that I remembered back from when I was junior high, but I'm almost 30. Why? Type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's good to do that.
And I'm sorry, guys, but from now on, if you guys get like diapers or pull-ups as gifts from me,
That's fair.
I'm
That's
I'm just letting you know,
dude. It's totally
First of all,
understandable.
you need it too, technically.
for what? For what?
Not
You
wearing
know
anything.
what?
What did I do?
Hey, Long John Silver.
Well, because I'm
You're free
going commando.
falling.
'Cause I'm free balling?
Yeah,
no, that has nothing to do with me needing
It's okay.
diapers.
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
it
fool
does.
myself.
It
I
means
totally
everything
understand.
with you. Yes,
If
thank
I wind up with if I wind up with a gift that depends from you, I would not be surprised in the least bit.
you could. You know
And
what?
I understand.
That's
No free
okay.
ads. No free ads.
Anyway.
I'll
To
just
be
know
honest,
what
Tom,
to do with the
that
depends
does
after.
depend.
Yeah.
I'll
yeah, we'll
figure
just wait.
something out.
At some point through the years, you'll
Yeah.
need them before we do.
Wow.
I wasn't even going there.
to be
I
honest,
was
Hold on,
guys.
wait, hold on a second. You go
Not
to the
true.
bathroom a
Yeah,
lot.
fair enough,
You
fair
are going to
enough.
need them before anybody
Fair enough.
does.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
And to be honest,
I
everybody,
have to agree with him on that one, Brim. Tom. Whoa, so many
Whoa. Who are you
people.
agreeing with, Kim?
I guess I'm confused.
it just depends.
It just depends.
It does depend. Anyway, listen, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning into our first what do you call it, pre-show
Of many.
What do you call it? So every week at around 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be going live just to hang out and talk to all you guys. So if you can, make sure to tune in, hang out with us, come with questions. We'll try to bring the answers, whether it's something fun, something going on in the news, not political, whatever. It's all going to be exclusive content that we're doing right here,
That is
right now,
right.
and that's it. We're also going to be putting these up on YouTube, so you can start checking them out there too.
So check us
if
out
you miss
on
it
there.
on Facebook.
Subscribe.
And help
Follow.
us get some of these
Click that
numbers up. Yeah,
bell.
we
All right,
we're
we're
working
gonna
on it.
call this something, and we're gonna do like the last minute roundup. That's what
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it. So ready?
Yeah.
Now
Hey,
it's on.
Carol, how you doing?
It's on Tom. Say something, Tom.
Hey, Kim.
Thank you guys for listening, and make sure you share this.
All right, Steve.
Dude, be excellent to each other.
Brim.
Make sure you tune in to the Grindhouse Radio every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on your favorite podcast provider.
And me. Hey, people, have a wonderful week. We love you. Tune in Thursday, like everyone said. And all of us, guys. Peace out, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye.
Very nice.